If you're buying a piece of property, whether that be a personal property or a rental property, I always recommend closing on the second or the third of the month. Now, why do I say that? Well, when you get a mortgage, your first payment is skipped, and then you pay on the second month in. So say you close on the 15th of the month. Well, coming up on the 1st, you don't pay that payment, you pay the next month. So why do I say to close on the second or the third? Well, that just extends the amount of time that you have to pay your first mortgage payment, And some people might argue, well, you're just going to be paying the prorated interest anyways. You're still paying that at closing. That is true. You will pay a little bit more at closing for the prorated interest of that first month, but then you get to skip a mortgage payment and start on the second month. I've done the analysis over and over again, and you always save a little bit of money in your pocket after the second month if you close on the second or third or fourth earlier in the month. Now, you will have another month at the end of your mortgage. Someone might argue that, and that is true. But I always argue that cash is king, and the more cash that you have in your pocket now, the better, because you're borrowing this money at a low interest rate for 30 years. At the end of the day, it's not going to make a huge difference at the end. But in the beginning here, if you have that extra little bit of cash in your pocket, you can invest that, and that'll make up for the difference over time. So another great thing about doing this with a rental property is that if there's a tenant in there and it's an occupied property, you get a credit at closing from the seller for that month of rent. So say you close on the 2nd, well, the day before on the 1st, that tenant paid the seller a month of rent. So they owe you that credit back. So if you get to skip then a mortgage payment the next month, when the tenant's also going to be paying you a check, then you essentially get 2 months of rent, and you don't have a payment to make there in the midterm. So I only stumbled upon this little trick because I was buying rental properties myself, and I did not have a lot of money. I was scraping my pennies together to afford the down payments that were required for the properties that I was buying. And I was thinking of every little thing that I could do in order to save as much money as possible and keep some money in my pocket for the next down payment. And this is one of the big things that helped me, especially because I bought a 4-unit property actually, and there were 3 of the units were occupied. I closed on the 2nd of the month, and let's just illustrate here and say that it was $1,000 per unit per month. Well, I got $3,000 essentially on the 2nd as a prorated credit from the seller, and the next month I didn't have a mortgage payment, so I got $3,000 more dollars. So I got $6,000 right there from the tenants and from the seller as a credit, and I didn't have any mortgage payments. So it can make a big difference if you're kind of tight on cash. So if you want to know more details about that, just let me know and I'll walk you through it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm out here at Fox Haven Marina in Port Clinton at my boat. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm only dressed up because I just had a new listing go up over at Lakeside Marblehead next to Hidden Beach Bar, so that's why I'm in my tie here. But I've got my boat here named Real Estate. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you. Bye.